Good morning. It's RealtorMikeMahoney.com, and I wanted to say happy Friday to you, but also wanted to talk about what it's going to take to be a successful real estate agent in this current market, and also what it's going to take to finish the year strong. So I wanted to go over this slide here, and I think this is a great image which depicts the current market. It's about, no longer what you do, it's about how you do it and how you set yourself apart from others. Sustainable competitive advantage is going to be not what you do, but the realm of how you do it. The market doesn't determine whether or not we hit our goals. The market simply shows us what we need to do to actually hit the goals. Market conditions don't have to affect our personal production. When markets go up and down, many agents, they go into despair mode. And that's actually a good thing for the people that want to work, right? October, November, and December has less agents actually working in any given year because they are in vacation mode, they're in fourth quarter mode, they've done what they needed to do for the year. So that's actually good. And now you add in a little market retraction, and many agents who can survive in a good market are starting to realize that it's time to tie the white hanky onto the stick and start waving it, which is great, right? Because defeat in the ranks for some of these agents that only do one deal a year is only going to benefit the strong who will survive. Other things that are happening, real estate agents are out there with listings, they're overpriced, they're not getting showings. These agents aren't qualified to skillfully market a house in this market. So therefore, they stop communicating with the sellers and therefore cause things to cancel or expire, which is good for agents that understand scripts, dialogues, human communication, the ability to communicate and rationalize with people and get them to realize the value of their house and the state of the current market. So what can you do right now to benefit yourself in the shifting market? I would say that number one, you need to be the economist of choice, which means you have to master the market stats and learn how to deliver them to people, right? What's the average sales price, median sales price, list price to sales price ratio? How many houses sell per week in your market? How many houses sell per month? How many days on the market does it take? These are all the language of real estate sales. So I would say you have to master that communication. If you've been dancing around with a daily schedule or not, that's going to affect you, right? You need to have a daily schedule or daily checklist that's primarily focused on lead generation and lead follow-up right now in this market, right? You need to be out looking for listings and buyers. Spend more time on that. You need to create a schedule that is focused on lead generation and be weighted entirely towards just business development. You can be busy or you can be productive, but you have the choice. So that's a couple things I think you can do. What else? If you want to take advantage of the shifting market, I would say that you have to be visible to your database. Yesterday at Century 21, some of us took a social media marketing class, and it was all about just being visible in all the platforms. And it wasn't necessarily about content real estate related, but it was just being active on the platforms. So, our instructor was a little younger than me, but she had dog photos and that sort of thing. And evidently, people engage with that stuff. They want to know that you're human. They want a little peer into your life. So, just be visible, double down on contact with your database and your sphere of influence. The market, it really lives more in your head than it does in the marketplace. This year there'll be 5.5 million sales. The question would be, what portion of do you want of it? Every day, people's lives are dictating and necessitating changes in their housing situation, right? People marry, they separate, they live, they pass. Go out and find these people. They're the shift you should be focusing on, not the market shift. Focus on people who have shift. Um, so I would leave you with this. The question will be, how do you want to close out this year? If you go into holiday mode right now on November 18th, it's going to be very difficult for you to get started come January. Okay, so just think about that. You have to do a little bit every day, even if you're in holiday mode. Check in, do a couple hours. Maybe you've made enough money for the year. Maybe this is how you treat yourself after a hard year. You try to slow down in the fourth quarter, but it's going to be that much more difficult to start come January. And there's agents who've dropped out. There's expired listings happening. Plug in, find stuff. That stuff's going to come back on the market. Why not with you? I challenge you to finish out this year strong, because it's going to set you up for 2023. Finally, a couple things you can do for Century 21 agents. Number one, if you go to Workplace and the Century 21 American Properties Group, I have a video on market reports. It's what I do to prepare for a CMA presentation, listing presentation, buyer presentation. It gathers all of those stats. So if you've not familiarized yourself with that video, I would suggest you do that, because it covers Mass Association of Realtors, it covers NAR, it covers MLS PIN, it covers Greater Boston Real Estate Board. So it's a very broad approach to looking at the market at a macroeconomic standpoint, and then drilling down to the town and the specific microeconomic situation. Number two, if you're a Century 21 agent, I would suggest you go to Century 21's university and go on to the look for scripts and dialogues would be one. Again, it's not how you do it. It's not going to be if you do it, it's going to be how you do it. It's going to be, you can no longer be good. You're going to have to be great to separate yourself in a shifting market. As you know, I manage the office. I'm hearing agents getting pushback from sellers. I'm hearing agents getting pushback from buyers. That's natural. People are fearful, right? So it's our job to communicate and lead, right? I've talked about that this week. So that's number two. I would go there and look at that, scripts and dialogues. I know everyone doesn't want to sound like a robot, but you should learn them, churn them, and burn them to your brain, so that when you get an objection or you hear something, you know what to say. Make it your own, but have a framework. If your doctor didn't have a script for how to deliver the news and what the prognosis was and what the prescription was, you'd be ticked. So every profession has a script and dialogue and a system. You need to learn it, especially in a retracting market. Number three would be plug into Century 21's Market Watch. That's a great place that has a video that has about 15 slides, and it gives you a good depiction of what's going on. Also watch mortgage interest rates. Go to FreddieMac.com and look for the primary mortgage market survey, because that shows you how many mortgages are getting created, what the interest rate is, because all of that stuff does affect the real estate market. So that's my Friday for you. Plug in, be active. Don't go into holiday mode, because a lot of people are. Don't buy into it. Go to work, do the work, and you'll be successful. Thanks, and make it a great day.